Hello everyone, I greet in the name of God Almighty. My name is Apostle Silas, and today we have a very interesting video to react to, and this one says that 108,000 Hindu convert to Islam. Okay, I believe that this is going to be a very interesting video. When we get down to this, we can be able to hear their reasons to why they made that very decision. So if today happens to be the first time of you checking out my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Facebook and Instagram. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to check it out. So guys, before we get on to the video, I'm a theologian and I make this video not to discredit anyone's religion. This is basically for educational purposes, and I believe that at the end of this video we all are going to learn from this. So let's get down to this video and check this out.
Hello everyone, I'm CJ Wellerman. Now let's get into it. The holy month of Ramadan begins this week, so I want to share with you a remarkable story about a former Pakistani Hindu who has converted 110,000 Hindus to Islam during the past 2 decades. Meet Deen Muhammad Sheikh, an 80-year-old Pakistani man who was born into a Hindu family but converted to Islam in 1989 at 42 years of age. But, and it's worth repeating, has since converted 110,000 Hindus to the Islamic faith. Incredible. Now think about just how extraordinary this world record breaking feat in spiritual guidance truly is. Because when I first read this story, I couldn't help but think that at the same time he's saving Hindu souls in Pakistan, Hindu supremacists are committing genocide against Muslims in neighbouring India and Kashmir. This juxtaposition couldn't be more staggering. But more than that, his story exposes the Islamophobic lie told by Hindu supremacists in India and other Muslim haters around the world, who falsely contend Islam was spread by the sword, when in fact nothing could be further from the truth. Because what drew this man to Islam, like millions of other Muslims in Pakistan and India, was the Quran, Hadiths, and the flawless moral character of the Prophet Muhammad. He said, "I always loved Islam. I read the Holy Quran and then realized 360 Hindu gods were of no use to me." His conversion story is one echoed by millions of former Hindus in India, who converted to Islam after becoming inspired by the moral bravery and spiritual clarity of the Prophet.
Very much inclined towards Islam because only one reason was for me to accept Islam was character of a Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
At first, Muhammad Sheikh would study the Quran in secret, out of fear his Hindu family members would criticize him for taking an interest in Islam. But despite these concerns, Sheikh sought out the guidance of an Islamic scholar, who instructed him in the meaning of the Quran and Hadiths. He took his Shahada during the start of Ramadan 1989, saying he believes there's only one God, Allah, who created the entire universe, and that the Prophet Muhammad is his final messenger on earth. And Muhammad Sheikh hasn't looked back. He told reporters that his heartfelt wish is that the entire world become Muslim. Hindus everywhere are heeding his call.
When Islam came, changed my life. It made me serious about life. It made me realize that this is the right way to life. This is the correct way of life.
So the question I'm sure you're wanting answered is, how has he converted so many Hindus to Islam? But before we go on, we kindly ask you please help us counter injustices in the Muslim world by supporting my journalism and this show at patreon.com/CJWellerman. You'll be helping me bring these stories to a broader audience. Thank you. Now back to our program. Muhammad Sheikh has converted 110,000 Hindus to Islam by simply introducing them to the religion and other Muslims. He says that so many Hindus have been fed negative stereotypes and misconceptions about Islam in the media. But the power of these lies suddenly melt away when they actually meet Muslim converts and learn how the religion has positively affected their lives, which is something you hear time and time again from former Hindus, even in the United Kingdom.
And I was always scared of them, honestly speaking, because that is what I was taught from childhood, that, they are not good people, terrorism is related to them, they are terrorists, they are bad, stay away from them. But then I used to work in Barclays over here, and I had Muslim friends, Pakistani friends, and they were very good. And that was the time that I realized that, okay, these are humans and these are really nice people.
Muhammad Sheikh has made it his life mission to introduce Islam to Hindus and has since constructed a small mosque in his backyard, where converts are taught how to say their prayers and recite the Quran. But needless to say, this has not gone down well with many of his Hindu neighbours, who have threatened him from time to time while also beating up new Muslim converts. He was even kidnapped one time by influential Hindus in the area, who vowed to kill him if he did not stop converting Hindus to Islam. Eerily, his experience somewhat echoes that of Prophet Muhammad, who was threatened with violence for introducing Islam to pagan worshippers in Mecca during the early 7th century. The corrupt pagan overlords saw Islam as a threat to their social system, which they had built upon privilege and brute force. Ultimately, however, Islam spread throughout the Arabian Peninsula organically, after the various tribes saw how the religion had brought equality, justice and peace to wherever it had taken hold, which is exactly how Islam grew in the South Asian continent, or what is now Pakistan, India, Kashmir and Bangladesh today. This is the undeniable truth, which is why Hindu nationalists are desperately trying to rewrite history by falsely claiming Islam spread in ancient India by foreign military conquest and forced conversions, in an attempt to portray Muslims as foreign invaders. Today, the Modi regime and its supporters claim Muslims are secretly spreading Islam in India by marrying Hindu women, a conspiracy Hindu nationalists call love jihad.
ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮರ್ಯಾದೆಯಿಂದ ಲವ್ ಜಿಹಾದ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಬದುಕಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೀರಿ
धर्मी लोग को अपना दुकान में जो नौकरी दिए हुए हैं ना उन लोग को पहले हटाइए जो भाड़ा में दिए हुए हैं ना देशद्रोही लोग को इन लोग आज मंदिर तोड़ रहा है जब आपका बहू बेटी का इज्जत लूटेगा कुछ नहीं कर पाइएगा.
But this love jihad conspiracy has been debunked too many times to count. It plays only to Hindu extremist paranoia and propaganda.
In a poll conducted by India Today in 2021, over 54% of respondents believe that a conspiracy like Love Jihad is operating to convert Hindu women to Islam. In actuality, less than 3% Indians marry outside their religions. Less than 1% Indians brought up as Hindus end up changing their religious orientation.
As you can see, Islam has spread throughout India and Pakistan organically, and because of the efforts of people like Dean Muhammad Sheikh, who studied the religion closely before introducing friends and family members to it. He converted from Hinduism to Islam for 3 reasons only: the Quran, the Hadiths, and the flawless moral character of the Prophet Muhammad. That's it. That's really just it. But this is why we must tell these stories, because anti-Muslim animus stems from misunderstandings and inaccurate portrayals of Islam in the media, which is why we launched this show 2 years ago, as a counterweight to mainstream Islamophobia. Anyway, that's my time for today. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we kindly ask you please support this endeavour by becoming a member of this show at patreon.com/CJWellerman. We can't produce, sustain and grow this show without your help, and we offer exclusive benefits to those who do. But for now, good night, good morning, wherever you are, and stay blessed.
Whoa, that's a very interesting video, hearing the story of this Hindu leader who ended up converting 108,000 Hindu to Islam, even though by his action, he says that like when he read the Quran, then he got to realize that the rest of the 360 gods in the Hindu are nothing to him. That even got me surprised. So they have over 360 gods in Hindu. Wow, this is really serious. But then nevertheless, we just thank God that at least he was able to discover Islam thanks to the Sheikh that introduced Islam to him. But I think I've reacted to so many videos coming out from the India, how Muslims are being persecuted because of their faith. You could hear that very one that was talking about fire all your employee, and if you're a landlord and you have a lot of tenants who are Muslim, just take them out, that they are going to rape your woman and the rest of it. Well, I may not know why in a sense some of these things in a sense are happening, but I felt like people should be allowed to practice their religion, and people should not be put in a situation whereby they are being forced to, you know, be in a particular religion. I feel that that is not right, that people should be allowed to practice their religious, you understand, belief rather than being forced. I think that being forced is not the right way, and Islam in the other way around, I feel like they need to do more by going to the same media and educate people about Islam. I think by so doing it will really help the religion, since it's the same media that they are using to spread a lot of things that are not represent Islam. Then it's also the responsibility of the Muslim to also go to the same media and make the people understand that what these people are saying concerning us is not true, but this is what Islam means, and then teach the people what Islam means, teach the values of Islam, teach what Islam represents, so that people can be able to take away that seeing Islam relating to violence, relating to terror, relating to oppression and the rest of it, right? So they should go to the same media, teach the people, you understand, about what Islam means. At least by so doing, it can be able to bring much clarity, you understand, on how people, you understand, perceive Islam. That's just my thought and opinion though, but then I believe that the religious, innocent leaders, or should I say the Islamic leaders, will know better on how to go about this very religion, because this is really causing a lot of things, you understand, in society, to be honest. So I think they need to do a lot, okay? They need to do a lot, have a lot of medias, always talk about Islam, preach about Islam, so that people should get to know more about the religion. Because I don't understand why in India they have over 200 million people, but then they actually become a target of oppression, and so many things, a genocide actually happening. Like, we should not be expecting some of these things, innocent, happening. Rather, we are supposed to live, innocent, in love, in unity, in peace with one another, but this is not the case. So I think they have a lot, you understand, they need to do, you understand, in order to also encourage others, you understand, about religion. So this is the end of my video. If you like my reaction, you should like, share and subscribe. And if you have any video you want me to react to, don't forget to drop it at the comment section and I'm going to check it out. So guys, you remain blessed and I see you in my next video. Bye bye.